Hello and good afternoon. I'm back again with a this is a thank you video. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I'm telling you this is wonderful. Today today I got all the way from the UK. I have this first of all this beautiful box. This beautiful box I think is like journal size. So if I open it here this correct way, I can make a journal cover out of this box. That's one good thing there, right there. Okay, in the box, I got this from Janet Nash and Freddie. Janet and Freddie Nash. She made a hat. She knitted a hat, and she knitted that. This is so pretty. I love these colors. But she said it's a little hat to help towards your 100 hat goal. I put hats out once a year. I I try to make plenty of hats to donate to for the homeless. And look how pretty this is. She put even a button, a beautiful button on this hat. And so that goes with my collection. And thank you so much, Janet, for this donation. So pretty. And so that's from Janet. And thank you. And I love the box. I just love the box. Okay, now, like kids when they were little, you know, Christmas time, you buy them these very big, beautiful gifts, and then they play with the box. This here, I don't know who sent this to me, but somebody seen this on my wish list, on my Amazon wish list, and had this sent to me. And so it didn't say who it was at all. And so but they had it shipped through Amazon. And so, but this is all on Loom knitting. I had this on my wish list, and somebody sent it to me because I use most of the hats that I make using the round loom like this. And so, and in here, I did not realize there are so many. I mean, here it's got socks, sweaters, so many different kind of hats, and so many different kind of stitches that you can use, and still using the loom. Because so far I only know of just only the one stitch that I know how to make. Well, I know two, the knit purl and then the knit stitch. And so, but this, I need this to know. I need to learn more about this knitting board. I have one, but I don't know how to use it really. Well, I have used it, but this is going to just show me so much more. And it's got a lot of images in there. So thank you, whoever you were that sent me this Loom knitting primer. I love this book. Beautiful. Okay, and then Arlene Atkinsell. Oh my gosh. She sent me a zine about Tennessee. She made a little zine here. She said that she said, I hope this makes you smile. It made it one night when I really needed to create but wasn't up to much. And Arlene sent that to me. And this is a little zine about Tennessee. And on each page, and I have to read this, I'm not going to read it right this minute. I'm going to read it, but it's like Rhythm and Blooms Festival. That was in Knoxville, Tennessee. Memories of the 1960s. Can you imagine how fun that would be? Historic Granville. I mean, for me anyway, because I was there in the 60s. 82nd Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. We have Strawberry Festival here in Florida, in Plant City, every year. But see, then each one has got the website too, where we can go see some more. And then the 16th Annual Tour de Wayne. And then Discovery Park of America. 40th Annual Tennessee Iris Festival. Wouldn't that be something fun to go see an Iris Festival? And then Mule Day. And that would be awesome too, to have all the mules celebrate all the things related to mules in Colombia, the mule capital of the world. This popular tradition has been around since the 1840s and evolved from a single-day event into a multi-day festival, attracting thousands of visitors. Activities include square dancing, mule driving contest, horse show, crafts festival, and flea market. The highlight is the Mule Day Parade, held on Saturday, where floats compete for ribbons and money. Wouldn't that be fun to watch? Mule Day. Yep, but look how cute that is. A little zine she made. And so I have to read each one of those pages. Thank you so much for that. And then that's going to be fun to just in a journal, just put it right in a pocket. And then, today from Patricia Vaughn. She sent me this book. I'm telling you, this book, and so far I've sat in my lazy chair for about an hour going through this book, and I'm not through much of it at all. But this girl, Tilly Rose, who wrote this book, I could be her best friend, or she could be my best friend. I'm telling you, because the stuff she writes in here and the stuff she shows in here is all about me. I mean, just the things that I love, the things that I love about hand stitching. And a lot of this, here is a picture of a book. It's telling a story through cloth and thread. And so many of the things, what did I do with my glasses? Oh. So many of the things, I've read through already. Oh, look at her books, her stitched books. But and she talks about herself here a little bit. And here's a little it says, "As I sit here and sew, I work with a happy heart, for I fasten in joy, I fasten in hope, and all good things apart." Look how beautiful. That's beautiful. And so, and she again uses like vintage fabrics, whatever she can find, vintage laces, old clothing again, scraps. And here there was one part here. It said, if we are lucky, we may have inherited some remnants of cloth. They could be quite mundane items, such as a favorite tablecloth stained from constant cups of tea or coffee, a patchwork throw lovingly stitched through the dark winter months by a family member, or pieces of cloth laundered so often, maybe your childhood bedroom curtains, that they can now only resemble an image of what they used to be. All these simple items are living stories and can be the foundation through many projects. Here it says, memories are the loveliest thing. They last from day to day. They can't get lost. They don't wear out and can't be given away. But Tilly, oh my, and then this image right here where she has just hand stitched, says slow stitched a bunch of scraps together. Just slow stitch them together. Here she has written on here, she has embroidered the words, preserve your memories, keep them well. What you forget, you can never retell. Oh, and this is the one that was all about her. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, she thinks like I do, or I think like she does. And and then she has things. What she call them? She called it. Found out. Oh, a mood board. So she keeps things on her mood board, and so that she can then it's just there, and you know, it might strike her mood into doing something. And when I saw this, I said that's what I have to do on part of my my room divider screen. It's because my room divider screen is all not pegboard, but cork board, and that would be fun. I mean, that would be real interesting to put little things here and there. So I'm going to make one section of that screen as my mood board. That's my new word that I learned. But there is so much beautiful in here. So much beauty. And oh my God, I just can drool. So many ideas. So many. She colors on her fabric. She stamps on her fabrics. She cuts them in special ways. Oh my goodness. And I'd like to read you this whole book. I'm not, look, she's even got a sewing machine or image anyway. I have one just like that. The old crank singer. But she, oh, look at how beautiful all this. On them bobbins, she's got wound vintage laces. So pretty. And here, she uses those clothes pegs to wrap some of her fibers around. And then she's just got them all right there in a pretty little basket. See, so you can make your supplies into a beautiful something to look at. Nature, look at, she collects nature, a lot of nature things, and then she adds these into her slow stitching things. Here's a section all on techniques, creating a vintage look, and here she shows how to stain, how she tea stains her cloth. And then you can use coffee as an alternative, she said. And like frayed edges, she's got the frayed edges in here. Frayed cloth, torn cloth, and then that's what I just love. I love the frayed edges, the raw edges of fabric. And so many things, like the blanket I'm working on right now, or the kawandi that I'm working on right now, it's not going to, well, it does have just a few little frayed edges, but not many. Because I'm kind of, so far anyway, I might change my mind because I start from the edges and I'm going toward the middle. And I might change my mind because I do that a lot. Another thing she said in here was that she's got, none of her items are really finished. None of them are finished. She never finishes. Well, she doesn't finish anything, because even though it might be finished for a moment, it's not finished. It's never really finished, because you never know, months down the road, or years down the road, and it might need new things. Oh, and then I read something else in here. I know it, I just haven't put this book down. Did you know? We now think of pin money as meaning a small amount of money, but during the 14th and 15th centuries, pins were very expensive, and they were only allowed to be sold on the first 2 days of January. Husbands gave their wives an allowance they had saved for buying them, as pins became cheaper. Pin money became associated with treating ourselves to little luxuries. But isn't that something? They were so rare that only the 1st and 2nd of January, if you didn't get your pins that day, you had to wait till next year, 1st and 2nd of January. So you saved that pin money all month, I mean all year, so that you could get your little straight pins. I thought that was real interesting. I love to learn those kind of things. I think that is very, very interesting. And here she's showing where she stamps on her fabrics. And here she's stitching on paper. See, all these things we love to do. Drawing on cloth. This is a card she sent along. Oh my goodness. This is just amazing. And I haven't even went through the whole book. Making a quilt sandwich. I'll have to read that. Suffolk puffs. That's what we call yo-yos over here in the States. But I like the word Suffolk puffs better. I like that's a nice word. And look at there. She log cabined this one. I think of all quilts I've done, that's the only quilt that I've done that has been like a patterned quilt, is a log cabin, which I did many years ago, and I still haven't finished that one either. English paper piecing. So many things in this book. Look how beautiful the stuff, the images. I mean, you know, I could take a screenshot or a copy of this, of a page, and then I could cut that piece out right there just to have like that for a image in a journal. Oh, just everything. And here it shows some stitches, white work. I love white work. I think it's just beautiful. Cantha stitching, couching, different ways that things are couched on. And here she, on this little piece here, she's got rope couched on, a stick, a key, and looks like some yarn that she's couched on there. Oh my goodness. See, I was thinking, I've got quite a few doilies, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have like a blanket, if you had an old blanket or an old worn down quilt or something, and then just take doilies and hand stitch them doilies all over that worn down quilt. I'd love to find, I gotta go to the thrift shop again and get a worn down quilt, because I was thinking how beautiful that would look just to put them doilies all over it. And oh my goodness, and here she's got a snippet roll. Oh my gosh, and it's beautiful snippet roll. That made, oh my gosh. You know, I just was thinking, that's what I'm going to do. I have piano rolls, and once you use all the paper off a piano roll, you have got that roll, like spool, like that wide, whatever they are. They're about 10 inches. And you could doctor up that spool and make it really vintagey looking, and then add a snippet roll that width. Oh, I'm going to get started on them too. Needle cases, we all do them needle books. Or a lot of us do the needle books. And there she's got the clothes peg right there with the threads around it. Just that in itself is an art project right there. Don't throw away little pieces of cloth that are offcuts from larger projects. This little needle case is a great way to use them up, and they make lovely gifts for stitchy friends. Embellishments are optional. You could add buttons, beads, or treasured lace snippets. You can also add button and ribbon to tie your needle case together when finished. So pretty. Oh my goodness. Stitch sampler. Oh, a stitch sampler cloth book. Neat idea to make a little cloth book and then put all your stitches. There's a running stitch you put, and there's the running stitch. chain stitch. She did. That's a neat idea too. French knots, blanket stitch, herringbone stitch, feather stitch, and she made a page for each one. Oh my, what a good idea. This is so full of such good ideas. And there's where she's got the big spool like that. Stitch bobbin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh gosh. I can't read this whole thing. I just can't take my eyes off of this book. So beautiful. Oh my word, how beautiful. Yesterday's memories. Look at that. Look at how she's what she's put in that book. It's just beautiful. And here she's got a wall hanging, and even at the bottom of the wall hanging, she's got spools. Like we would put maybe fringe, she's got spools of thread. Just right there. Which if you want a piece of thread, just pull it off the spool. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, how pretty. Thank you so much for this book. Oh, and look at that wall hanging. Oh, look at that wall hanging. And here she's got it hung on a piece of like driftwood. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is just stuff look, she's got shells hanging down in this like tea-dyed raggedy fringe. So beautiful. She got shell, and up here there's a fabric with sailboats, or maybe she drew the sailboats. I don't know. Down by the sea, wall hanging. That is beautiful. Oh my word. Oh, and then here she's got some images of how she put that together. Oh my word. Vintage florals. Hanging hoop art. And so that's it. That's on the hoop. She's got the art right there on the hoop. Oh, and she shows how she did that. Oh, and there's that long snippet roll too. Oh my word. Found objects. Let's see what this is. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. No time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as sheep or cows. No time to see when woods we pass where squirrels hide their nuts in the grass. No time to see in broad daylight streams full of stars like skies at night. No time to turn beauty's glance and watch her feet how they can dance. No time to wait till her mouth no time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile, her eyes again. A poor life, that is if, full of care, we have no time to stand and stare. That was written by W.H. Davies. And look at there. Oh my goodness. If you have any dry leaves, you can attach them by oversewing the edges down onto your cloth, or just a dried leaf. Oh, and look at this. A Whisper of Secrets book cover. Here's a book cover. These are beautiful. And this is stuff I love. This is the kind of stuff I absolutely adore. This is beautiful. Patchwork book wrap. Every one of your books should have a book wrap. Oh, and there she's going with just fastening just scraps together, which sort of is like I'm doing with the Kawandi, but this is done different than a Kawandi, but it's just still the scraps are the same. This is beautiful. Wild Summer Blooms, free motion embroidery panel. I've tried some of this, And it wasn't bad. What I come up with wasn't bad. I got to try it some more, too. I'm going to do it some more. And that's pretty. See how beautiful that is? And I see where she had a piece of fabric that already had this color of flowers in it, and then she stitched on top of it a piece of almost transparent fabric, and then she did the free motion embroidery on top of the white that colors match the pieces in the back. The Sweetness of Love, white work lavender heart. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that. And she stuffed it with lavender. It is stuffed with lavender. I love that lavender. And lavender too, if you have lavender like that, and all of a sudden it doesn't smell much like lavender anymore, and if you take it and just shake it around and just manipulate it some, it smells again. Rejuvenates itself. Oh, how pretty. English paper piecing patchwork. Look at this. See, so she was doing the English paper piecing, but what she did was use the paper side, and that's where she made her embellishment out of. That is gorgeous. Oh, and look at this. Now see, this looks like it was already a tablecloth, and she added to it the paper pieced hexagons. But it looks to me like she used the flip side of it. I have to read, but that is what she did. She used the flip and stitched them right to that tablecloth. Oh, I think I've read you the whole book. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at here, templates. There's the templates for even those little words if you wanted to use the leaf template. Large hexagon, there it is. Small hexagon. Beautiful. Oh, look at this book. Thank you so. There's that by the sea wall hanging again. This book is amazing. Let me see. This was the card she sent along. She said, "Dear Lizzie, enjoy. Lizzie was my grandmother's name, and I adored her. I have fond memories of sorting and counting her buttons in a tin box she kept. She was able to thread a needle without glasses right up to the end of her dear life. That was 32 years ago. I really enjoyed your episode on Sherry's book and thought you might like this one. Enjoy, Patricia." Patricia, I can't thank you enough for this book. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I am so inspired by this book. This is amazing. I love old stuff anyway. I just got this newest Reminisce magazine today in the mail too, so I got so much to read. Oh, they sent me a bill with it. Looks like my subscription might be running out. But I love these Reminiscence magazines. And this Loom knitter, oh my goodness. This like I say, this one I had on my wish list because I wanted to know so much more about how I can use the loom. And I've got looms of different sizes, but there's different stitches in here that I did not know you could do on the loom. And so thank you whoever sent this to me. I appreciate it. I love it. And you need to let me know who you are so I can give you a virtual hug. But yes, I love this. This is amazing. And then my book from Arlene Atkins Zell, and my little zine. And thank you so much. This is beautiful from a hat from, oh, good grief, I know her name as well as I know my own. Janet Nash, Jan and her dog. Janet, Janet and her dog Freddie. They made this hat, and it's knit. That's going to be nice. So that's going with my collection that'll be donated in October. I'm trying to get to October to get my goal, and I'm doing good. I think I've done like quite a few, and so. But if anybody, I know I've had a couple ladies tell me that they're making hats that they're going to send, and so that's good. I will really make my goal. I know I will make my goal again. This will be the third year that I'm donating the hats, and so I enjoy that every year at around October. I used to have um my goal by Thanksgiving, but it's been getting cold before Thanksgiving, so now I say before Halloween, and so I try to get my hats all done up so I have them to donate to the homeless. And look at this, even her card that she wrote on. She's got a little fabric there, a little image, and on a tea stained um, card, index card. Beautiful. That has to go in my journal too. And so, but thank you, thank you, thank you. And um, again, reminder that I'm going to be oh, you know what I wanted to show in my video. I didn't have this next to me this morning, but this was because I showed where I was working on my kawandi, and this is a miniature kawandi, and I had this little piece of fabric in the center of this little boy with a yoke carrying two buckets, and I guess he's going to go feed his cow there. And but I didn't stitch all the way to the middle because I didn't want to disturb that the little boy there. And this almost looks like it's framed. And the kawandi's always, one of the signatures of the kawandi is a triangle that is sewed to each corner. And so that's that finished kawandi, my little bitty one. And so, and I think that's just beautiful. And then tomorrow, today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, um, and I'm having a sale. Happy Ray of Sunshine, and myself are going to go on about 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to have a sale. First, Happy Ray of Sunshine is going to go, and she's going to have about an hour, give or take, and then she's going to have some fantastic things that she's going to sell or auction or whatever. Mine aren't going to be as fantastic, but mine is all junk journal stuff, and I got boxes of stuff, like boxes of stuff here. Like, here's pages from a Sears and Roebuck catalog. But I have got so many things, and what I'm going to do, mine is going to be a build a bundle. My part of it, I'm doing a build a bundle, which I'm going to just be right here and start stacking things up. I'm just going to be pulling things out of my box, and I will just be like stacking things up. I've got like little art treasure pages. I got many things, and I got a couple boxes here that I'm going to use. And then whenever the buyer feels like it's $6 worth, because each one's going to be a $6 bundle, then and it's going to be mostly paper, but I'm going to have like little fabrics maybe in some of them, or laces and stuff too. But then once the person thinks it's worth $6, then they'll say me. Okay, then I'll take that stack and put it into a plastic bag and put your name on it. But before I put it in the bag, I'll reach over here and I'll get one of my my little golden books because I have a stack of them right here, and each one is going to get a little golden book in their package. So, and we use the little golden books a lot for making little journals, our little golden book journals. And so that's going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, June 1st. And at that same time, we're going to be picking the winner from last month's channel. This May's challenge. Boy, I gotta quit trying to talk. But anyway, that's what I have to say. That's what I have to say. I have to do a I do have to promote my sale because I'm gonna make $1 million on that sale. Million, so I can buy me a yacht. I need a yacht. I need a 120-foot yacht. I put all my craft supplies in my 120-foot yacht, and then I can just go float in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, and I can be doing stuff out there, floating in the middle of the okay, so here today I'm going to read from Keepsakes from the Salzian collection, and here it says precious moments. The moments I spend with you, God, are more precious than gold to me, for it's you who keeps my ship afloat on life's ever turbulent sea. When the waters are dark and foreboding, and storm clouds loom ahead, I turn to you, the waters are blue, with a bright, sunny skies ahead. Without you, God, I am nothing, a ship without a sail, a life without a purpose, my efforts of no avail. You are the light that guides me across life's turbulent sea, and each moment I spent with you are more precious than gold to me. And that was written by Doris A. Orth. And that's a nice poem. Okay, I ask God to watch over each and every one of you, every step you take and every move you make. And keep on stitching, you all. Stitch, however, fiber. Do the loom knitting, do knitting, crocheting, stitching. Fibers are, and if you don't do fibers, paper. Even if you just glue paper together. I one time learned from Laura Jersey, that she just sometimes just glues. Sometimes she just has a day where all she wants to do is glue. Take one piece of paper and glue scraps all over it, and just glue. And I do the same. I do the same with paper. I've done the same with paper. I learned that from her. And then this is almost like the same thing. Just get scraps and put them together, but stitch it. Just stitch. So you can just glue, just stitch, and forget about rules, forget about instruction. Just do it. That's what the Nike people say too. Just do it. And see, them Nike people, they're happy. They're rich now because they sold all them shoes just by just doing it. And so that's what we're going to do. We don't care about getting rich with money, though. We were just rich with, what do you call that? When you just have, you feel so good inside. You just feel so good inside. You do things. You're rich with the feel good is what you're rich with. And that's more important and more valuable than all the money in the world. Like we have learned from that trial that's been going on for 2 weeks. All the money in the world you can have, and it doesn't fix nothing. This is what fixes things. Just stitch, just glue, just do something creative with no rules, and you will be rich. Okay, God bless you all. May He watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe and keep you sound and keep you happy and humble and healthy, and gotta be healthy, and then of course well fed. Okay, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Thank you for watching my beautiful all my beautiful things, just beautiful. God bless you all.